Have you ever made a decision based on what you believed was right, and it still cost you thousands and thousands of dollars? Good morning, guys and girls. It's February 3rd. We're going to be reading our catch of the day today from the Gospel of Luke, Luke 21:19. Very short. By continuing to have faith, you will save your lives. By continuing to have faith, you will save your lives. These words came from Jesus himself. By continuing to have faith, you will save your lives. Jesus told these words to his disciples after warning them that they would be persecuted for their allegiance to him. This verse really helped me a lot when I was chastised for refusing to wear a beer patch on my tournament shirt or to place a beer brand decal on my boat. This happened back in the BASS when I was fishing BASS tournaments. They got a big beer sponsor, and they required everybody in the tournament to wear that beer patch, that particular brand, on your tournament shirt. They required you to put it on your boat, on the windshield of your boat. And first of all, when I heard the rule, I had decided just to not fish tournaments anymore. I was just going to quit. But Chris got to looking through the rules, and she said, Jimmy, I was out on the road when I heard about this, and she told me about it. And she said, Jimmy, I think that you can still fish the tournaments, but you can't get any points. And I said, so I can't qualify for the Bassmaster Classic anymore. I can't win any more Angler of the Year titles. And she said, yeah, plus they're having some kind of special tournaments. You can't qualify for those either. And I said, but I can still fish. And she said, yeah, you can still fish. I said, well, tell them I'll fish, because she had already told them that I wouldn't fish. And so I went ahead and fished. I did not wear the beer patch. Ironically, of all the people, I believe there was only a couple, I think myself and Lindell Martin, that actually refused to wear that beer patch that year. Ironically, that company is not sponsoring BASS anymore. All right, let's get back. I digress, as they say. Let's get back to what we've got in our devotional for today. Not only was I criticized by non-Christians, but by Christian fishermen as well. And that was probably the thing that was the most devastating to me. Is some of my Christian friends told me, said, Jimmy, you're ruining the game. We've got a chance to get, everybody's going to win a lot more money, and your stand is upsetting those people. Your stand is making them mad. My stand against promoting or selling alcohol is a long-standing one. We own a big convenience store and tackle store on Lake Tenkiller in Oklahoma, where we have never sold beer. Can you imagine the biggest store on the entire lake? We never sold beer. Never have, not since day one. I'm told, and this was years ago when I was told this, probably more than this now, but listen to this. I'm told that this position cost me $40,000 a year in profits. The beer company's the one that told me that. Probably more than that nowadays. Jesus told us to stand firm. We can't put a price tag on what we believe. Jesus has already paid the price for our souls. So guys and girls, stand firm. Wow. That was an unusual period of time in my life. But let me tell you, and I'll share this story with you somewhere down the line, but God confirmed that I did the right thing to me. That's the most amazing thing of all. 2 different times within a month after this happened, 2 different times, God confirmed to me that I made the right decision. And it was so astounding when he did. One of those times, and I'll just share it with you real quick, the very first tournament of the year, we had fished down in Florida, and then we're going down and fish another tournament in Florida. And I had to fly to California and do a television commercial. I actually did it on Malibu Beach, of all places. Man, I was like on cloud 9, Malibu Beach in the January or February. And so I needed to leave my truck and my boat somewhere, and I left it actually at a Chevrolet dealership. We were sponsored by Chevrolet back then before they got out of hunting and fishing, and we're sponsored by Ram trucks now. But I left it at a Chevrolet dealership that I'd done an appearance for. I called the owner and I said, can I leave my truck and boat there for about 4 or 5 days while I fly to California and do these commercials? He said, sure, Jimmy, you can leave it here all you want. And I think it actually ended up, I might have gone home for a few days. It was about a week or 10 days. But I told him, I said, I've got a cover for it. You can park it out in the back lot. I just need for it to be safe. Got a lot of tackle in it. And so he said, I'll take care of it. So I pull up there, and I'm kind of late. And he said, we'll take you to the airport, and we'll take care of your truck. I gave him the keys. I got out, went to the airport. I come back about a week later, and I called them. We didn't have Uber back in those days. I called them, and they came out and picked me up at the airport. Just absolutely a great Chevrolet dealership there in Tallahassee, Florida. And but I got back there, and I said, okay, where's my boat? And he said, oh, we'll get it out of the showroom for you. And I said, showroom? And he said, yeah, we put your boat and your truck in the showroom while you were gone. I said, well, I thought you were just going to park it out back. And he said, oh, man, he said, we couldn't do that. We wanted it really safe, and we parked the truck and your boat in our showroom. Your boat, well, I think they parked the truck outside, but they parked the boat in the showroom. And so my boat sat in that showroom for that week or 10 days that I was gone. Everyone that came in that dealership saw it. Guess what it did not have on it? It did not have that beer patch on it. And as I was driving that evening, God just talked to me directly right down in here, and he said, Jimmy, that's proof that you did the right thing. It's kind of amazing, isn't it? I got another story that's even more poignant than that. Okay, let's look at our tip for today. We've used up a lot more time than we probably should of your time this morning. Our tip, and I haven't read it, is use backing when filling your casting reels with new line, which we need to do this time of the year. We're getting ready to start the season. Fill all your reels up. Change all your reels out. Put brand new fishing line on them. Use backing when filling up your casting reels with new line. This will save you money and it'll save you time. Now, we use High Seas fishing line, and they probably don't necessarily like that tip because they'd like for you to take all of your line off your reels and wind on brand new line. That way they sell more fishing line. So don't tell them about this tip that I'm giving you. But what I like to do on my casting reels in particular, it's a little bit more difficult to do on spinning reels because of the knot down in there shows up a little bit more frequently. But on casting reels, I'll just take about the first 50 yards off, and then I'll cut it and I'll leave backing. In fact, you can put some old rotten lousy line on as backing if you want, because you're not ever going to get down to it. I tie a blood knot on there, and I put on the new line over at about 50 yards. So you can buy one of those spools. You know, they have those spools that are like 350 yards or something like that now. It'll fill 6 or 7 reels. So when you divide that out, it's very inexpensive to put new line on your reel, a very inexpensive thing to do. So use that backing on your casting reels. Even when I buy brand new ones, I don't fill them all up with the line I'm going to use. I'll put a backing on there, maybe 25-pound test because it takes up some space. And then I'll put whatever I'm going to put on there, 15-pound or 12-pound or whatever I'm going to put on, 17. And that way, when I want to change a different line, when I change a different line, I don't have much line to change. I don't have to change the whole spool, so it works out really, really well. Hey, guys and girls, it's going to be a great one. Y'all go out there and have a great one today. I love you.